What if I told you there's a way to burn more calories without like walking faster or longer?
Oh, I'd say tell me more.
I knew you'd be into it.
Yeah.
So get this, new research is saying we could get more out of our walks just by changing how evenly we walk.
Really? Like messing with our stride.
Exactly. And apparently there's some legit science to back it up.
Huh. Okay, I'm intrigued. What's the research say?
So researchers at UMass Amherst, they got a bunch of adults, 18 of them,
Hmm.
had them walk on treadmills, pretty standard for these kinds of studies.
Right?
But here's the thing. They told these folks to switch up their step lengths as they walked.
Interesting. So they weren't just walking normally?
Nope. They had to get a little uneven with their strides.
Okay, and what were they measuring? Calorie burn.
You got it.
Yeah.
They wanted to see if those uneven strides made a difference in how much energy people use compared to their regular walking style.
And did it?
It did. Now, it wasn't a massive difference, but
Yeah.
it was definitely there.
Okay, so how much are we talking here?
Well, they found that for every 1% increase in how much their stride varied,
Mm-hmm.
people used about 0.7% more energy.
Huh. I mean, that doesn't sound like a lot.
I know. It seems small.
Yeah.
But think about it. Those tiny bits, they add up, right? Like over a week, a month.
Okay, that's true. Little changes long-term can make a
It's-
difference.
Exactly. It's like sneaking in extra calorie burn without really trying.
I like the sound of that. But how does it actually work? Why would uneven strides burn more calories?
Yeah. All right. So put on your science hat for a sec. Back to high school bio.
Oh boy, here we go.
So basically, when we walk normally, same stride all the time, our bodies, they love efficiency.
Makes sense. Less work.
Right. But when we mix it up, when our steps are longer and shorter,
Yeah.
our muscles got to work harder, especially those core muscles, the ones that keep us balanced.
Oh, interesting.
It's like our muscles are saying, hey, what's going on here? And they got to work harder to keep us steady.
Right. They're constantly adjusting, adapting, which means they're burning more energy, even if it doesn't feel like, a killer workout.
Exactly. And it makes me think like, when you're hiking on a bumpy trail versus just strolling down the street,
Yeah.
your body is way more engaged when the ground is all uneven.
Absolutely. You're working harder to stay upright, keep your balance.
Right. And this study, it's saying we might get some of those same benefits by switching up our stride, even if we're just walking on a flat sidewalk.
Which is pretty cool when you think about it.
Totally. Okay, so for our listeners who are like, all right, I'm in, how do I actually walk unevenly? What's the strategy here? Should we be aiming for like one giant step, then a tiny one?
I wouldn't go for extremes. Remember, even those study participants, they had a tough time consciously changing their stride.
Oh, yeah, they had those researchers coaching them through it.
Exactly. So start small. Maybe just sprinkle in a few minutes of intentional stride variation during your walks, to get a feel for it.
So no need to overthink it. Just play around with making some steps a bit longer, some a bit shorter.
Exactly. You'll get into a groove.
Okay, got it. And is there like a good place to practice this? Would a treadmill be better than, say, a busy park?
Yeah, you might find it easier to focus on your stride in a controlled environment at first, like on a treadmill or a track where you don't have to worry about,
Dodging people, tripping over cracks in the sidewalk.
Exactly. Focus on the stride, not on dodging squirrels.
Love it. Okay, last thing. What about those folks who already have a bit of a swagger in their walk? Are they already ahead of the game?
That is a great question. And the study authors, they actually mention that. Older adults and people with certain neurological conditions, they tend to have more variation in their strides naturally.
Huh. So it's like they're already getting a little extra workout without even realizing it.
It's possible, and it just shows how much we still don't know about how our bodies use energy, how we move. It's really fascinating.
So cool, right? It's like some people are out there accidentally getting a better workout just because of how their bodies naturally move.
It's wild, isn't it? But okay, let's step back for a sec. For those of us hitting the pavement, trying to up our fitness game, how much of a difference can this uneven stride thing really make? Is it time to ditch the gym membership?
Well, hold your horses there. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves.
Right, of course.
This was a really neat study, but it's just one study, right? We need more research to really know for sure.
Exactly. This isn't a magic bullet. It's not going to replace, eating well and exercising regularly.
Right. It's not like uneven strides are going to magically melt away pounds if we're not taking care of the bigger picture.
Precisely. Think of it more like it could be a cool little add-on to the workouts you're already doing, a way to potentially enhance them a bit.
I like that. It's about maximizing those opportunities for movement, even in small, kind of quirky ways.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And who knows? This research could lead to some really interesting applications down the line. What if we could create like personalized walking plans based on this?
Ooh, that's a cool thought. So instead of just saying, go walk for 30 minutes, it's like, here's your customized walking plan with specific stride variations to target what you want to achieve.
Exactly. We could help people figure out how to vary their strides to burn more calories, improve how they walk, maybe even help manage certain health conditions. The possibilities are pretty exciting.
That's so interesting. It really shows how much there still is to learn about something as seemingly simple as walking.
It really does. There could be all sorts of hidden benefits to how we move that we haven't even uncovered yet.
Okay, I'm convinced I'm adding uneven strides to my workout to-do list. Any last words of wisdom for our listeners before we wrap things up?
Don't overthink it. Just get out there, walk, play around with your stride, and most importantly, have fun with it. See what feels good.
Love it. Simple and effective. All right, that's a wrap on this deep dive. Who knew changing how we walk could be so fascinating? So, for everyone listening, get out there, explore your stride, and we'll catch you next time.